Today we're going to talk about the DiSC profile.
Welcome to the Love of Business. I'm Crystal.
And I'm Sunshine. Let's get to it. DiSC profile. D-I-S-C.
That's right.
Are you going to explain that to us?
That's the plan.
All right, let's hear it.
So in 1928, a man by the name of William Marston developed and created the DiSC profile. And essentially what the DiSC profile is, it is a behavioral tool that has 4 quadrants focused on different personality and communication styles. So the DiSC is an acronym and it stands for dominant, interpersonal, stable, and conscientious. So let's go through each quadrant one by one so you can get a little taste of what each means, and then we'll talk about how you're going to use it and apply it to build rapport and increase your conversion rate. D stands for dominant. These are your typical business owners or entrepreneurs. What's really important to them is they like to be in action. And time is very, very important to them. So when they're communicating, they talk really fast and they're short and concise in their communication. So if you ask a D, where did you go? They're going to say, I went to the store. They're not going to tell you what they bought at the store, the neighbor that they talked to at the store. They've already moved on to the next item. Now, from a sales perspective, Ds make decisions very quickly. So if they decided to have a meeting with you about your service or product, they've already decided to buy. They just have a couple logistics to work out. So let's go to I. I stands for interpersonal.
Oh, you mean like you're going to talk about me? Squirrel, shiny!
Yeah.
I know that I'm a super high I, so I guess I'll let you get back to
So
it.
let's
Sorry for the
dissect
interruption.
Sunshine. So I's are your natural salespeople, and they're influencers, and they're great at persuasion. Now, I's tend to get distracted very easily, like Sun was saying, you know, shiny object, squirrel, but then they'll come back to the conversation. Now, when I's are communicating, they are very talkative. They like to relive every experience that they had twice if you let them. So if you ask an I, where did you go? They're going to say, I went to the store. When I walked out, I saw our neighbor. Our neighbor has a new dog named Fluffy. And then they'll tell you exactly what happened twice if you let them. They're storytellers. Now, I's tend to make decisions quickly as well from a sales perspective. So again, if they showed up to talk to you about it, they've already decided to buy. So now let's go to S. S stands for stable. These people are the nurturers or caregivers of any group, whether it's in business or personal. So a lot of nurses and healthcare workers are S's. So S's talk slowly because one of the things that they do not like is conflict. So they talk slower so they don't offend anyone or say something that they shouldn't be saying. Also, when you're talking to an S, they will say something and then they will pause. You will think they're done talking and start talking over them. But 9 times out of 10, they're going deeper into their body to pull out their last thought.
I don't think I know any S's.
Sure you do. You're just over talking them.
Oh.
Now, S's do not make decisions quickly. So this is really important from a sales perspective, is you can't push an S. You have to just ask them, when will you have a decision either way, and have them set their own deadline, and then give them space. Because literally they have to go away and process their feelings about you and your service and product. So let's go to the last one, C. C stands for conscientious. These are your typical engineers and accountants. What they love more than anything is research, information, organization. Okay? So C's like to be in control, not necessarily of other people, but of themselves and their surroundings. So for example, if a C were holding a meeting, they would have done a lot of preparation because they have to be prepared and they're perfectionists. And they have agenda, so they're ready to go. And if someone in that meeting tries to take them off course of that agenda, they're going to get super uncomfortable and will do whatever it takes to get right back on that agenda. Now, C's, similar to S's, do not make decisions quickly. What they need to do is they need to do all their research. So if a C were buying a pair of eyeglasses, they'll literally go to every single eyeglass store in the city over a month. They'll create an Excel spreadsheet with all the specs. They'll take pictures as well before they'll make a decision. So you let C's go do all the research they need to do, don't push them, and then they will come back. Now to sum up, everyone has all 4 of those quadrants within their personality and behavior profile, but usually 1 or 2 stand out as dominant, and that's how they like to move through the world.
Okay, so now that we know all of the components of the DiSC profile, how are we going to use this in like our sales talks or, I mean, how do we use it?
Yeah. How you're going to use it specifically in your sales talks is once you know yourself, then you want to identify everyone that you come in contact with, their highest one on the profile, based on some of the characteristics that we talked about today. And then you're going to match and mirror their profile type. So if you're talking to a D, you'll talk fast. If you're talking to an S, you'll slow down and take your time and really connect with them. If you're talking to a C, they're going to want to know how everything works. They're going to have a ton of questions. If you're talking to an I, then you're going to be very talkative and listen to their stories because they want to be liked. So your homework to get a little bit deeper on the DiSC profile is go to YouTube, search DiSC profile, and watch a whole bunch of videos on it, and then put it into practice on a daily basis and match and mirror other people's profile types.
What's your #1 takeaway from today's video? Leave us a comment, and thanks for watching.